Okay, we've got the Touch DRO set up down here. I've set it up on diameter, so I'm just going to dial that down to 1 inch, and we'll see how close we get. As well as I've set the dimension 0 where I want to stop counting. So again, I'm using the Touch DRO on both my mill and my lathe. So I have one shared application on my tablet, and as well as having 2 different modules, on one on each machine. Actually, I have 3, but we'll get into that later. So, all right, so let's get back down to this one. We are using just a quick one. I'm just going to turn this down to dimension and then try to leave it to a square shoulder. We'll get that squared up in a second. And let's see here, 5. Just turn this down. Brass, love turning brass. Makes you feel good. Later we'll be trying to cut some Acme threads, a left-handed number 6 on the 3/4. One day I hope to have a foundry and be catching all these brass chips and bronze chips, hoarding them. Process check. Let's see if the lathe and the DRO agree. Yeah, within about 2 thousandths. And again, I'm using a caliper, so I wouldn't get all excited. Trying to use balanced cuts, keeping with a very great lesson that John at John's Workshop gave us on carbide and balancing your cuts. So trying to bring it in with not trying to feather the cut, bring it in on the size and then be done with it. Carbide doesn't really care much for making light feather cuts and typically destroys the finish. So thank you, John, for that lesson. Taking it down to about 30 thousandths, and then I'm bringing it in by hand. No need to be a daredevil. Okay, and I'm bringing it in on 1 inch. Let's see how we turn out. Ended up. Like 9985. I can say that's pretty darn close. Again, we're going into a drilled hole. It's not like I had an opportunity to ream it. So I'm going to chamfer this front edge here. Again, I'm using these little square tools. Not looking for an optimal, it doesn't really matter. Okay, then we're going to have to drill it and a few other odds and ends, but let's check the fit. Okay, we're going to drill it and get it ready to thread here shortly. Bring you right back.